Right, so it seems scandal and sleaze is engulfing the Tory party once again, as no sooner have we gotten over Suella Braverman gaming the expenses system to get us paying 80% of her household bills. Now, thanks to the people of the new constituency of Fareham and Waterlooville, she's been reselected despite all of that. No sooner have we, before that, gotten over the Nadeem Zahawi tax scandal, which saw him pay off HMRC, yet still have the brass neck to stand again as MP for Stratford, and indeed, he's been reselected too. What is wrong with Tories in these places? But now the latest row concerns backbench social media mouthpiece, Boris Johnson superfan, his fart sniffer in chief, if you will, and a man with all the likability of an anal fisher that is Scott Benton, the MP for Blackpool South, at least until the next election, because he's proven so god-awful his own local Conservative members have deselected him. That was even before this story broke. Benton has been caught up in a cash for access sting, Tory Sleaze 101 cash for access, where undercover reporters posed as gambling industry investors, and they offered to pay Benton thousands of pounds every month to be an advisor to them, in exchange for any help he could provide them, and boy, did Benton brag about what he thought he could deliver. He offered to leak to them a forthcoming white paper on gambling reforms 48 hours ahead of it going public, thus giving them the opportunity to profit from insider trading, benefiting from market-sensitive information. He offered to submit questions to Parliament on their behalf and told them this is something he had done before for other companies. He boasted about the easy access he had to ministers and would be prepared to sit outside a minister's office in order to get answers to questions if they needed information urgently. He claimed many MPs who accepted hospitality gifts were willing to table oral or written questions in return for more of the same. He offered to host a dinner at the House of Commons for them. He offered to call in favours to help this company. He is, to my mind, absolutely banged to rights on the issue of paid advocacy, especially after rules were tightened up over such things after the Owen Paterson affair. He, who also lobbied on behalf of those paying him for consultancy, said he'd do it again too, even after his parliamentary career was ended over the issue. Despite the rule changes, closure of a loophole allowing MPs linked to a consultancy from sitting in on such meetings, and the ending of paid consultancies which involve any level of attempting to influence Parliament, Benton went ahead and offered all of the above anyway. So who were these investigators from then? No less than the Murdoch Times, would you believe? Now, Benton is widely ridiculed online. As I said, he's been deselected ahead of the next election, such as the lack of faith in him. So we can call him a weak link in the Tories' already ropey grip on power. Creepy Uncle Rupert, usually a Tory supporter, certainly not a Starmerite either, at least not yet anyway, might have done this as a shot across the bows at Rishi Sunak to remind him, the media, and chiefly himself, is in charge of this country, and to not let him forget it. It's not like the news he pushes out is ever to just inform us, right? Just look at his admissions regarding Fox News on that score. Still, nothing they publish takes away from what Benton has been recorded as actually saying. And despite once again dragging his feet to investigate a scandal, originally saying he still had confidence in Benton, Rishi Sunak has relented, and the whip has been suspended, and an investigation into the Blackpool MP's conduct here has been opened. There's another possible ruse to this, though, too. This takes the heat off Suella Braverman. This takes the heat off Nadeem Zahawi, though his bottom is likely to be less warm these days. Not that that should be the case. A minor, dopey backbencher, too stupid to not say he'd lobby for a gambling company on camera, and who has already been deselected by his local party, is no loss to the Tories right now. They can certainly make an example of him and earn some brownie points in the public eye over that. But lending weight to this sort of thinking is the recent sting by the Led by Donkeys campaign group. Now, this saw 5 Tory MPs, chiefly Kwasi Kwarteng and Matt Hancock, express interest in helping a fake South Korean consultancy break into Europe. Kwarteng promised access to Boris Johnson on camera. Is this not cash for access too? And that might undermine the Tories' ability to make some capital out of this Scott Benton situation, because Kwasi Kwarteng still has the whip. Why is that? Is he not a massive liability to the Tory party too these days after his kamikaze budget last year that nearly tanked the economy? There's no excusing the actions of a far-right MP caught up in a lobbying scheme. The gammon for gambling scandal, as it very much should be called now, I think. But we shouldn't let this sleaze episode concerning a backbench MP take the heat off other scandals concerning more important governmental figures as a result. Benton will soon be yesterday's news anyway. Sadly, others like Braverman and Kwarteng or Zahawi very much are not, at least not yet. Still, Sunak's Tories have simply reminded us that how much they might promise to end this sort of thing at the end of the day, never actually ever does end, does it? How long until the next sleaze scandal breaks then? Tomorrow? End of the week? Could be another one. Wouldn't rule it out. Wouldn't bet against it. Thanks for watching. If you appreciated this video, please do hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment and hit the notification bell too so you don't miss the next one. Also, look out for me on social media and other interesting stuff by clicking on the Linktree link in the comments below. And I will see you next time. Cheers, folks.